Allan Chau was warned not to go to the North Sentinel Islands. John Allan Chau paid with his life, unfortunately. John Allan Chau, who was a quote-unquote missionary trying to spread the gospel to a group of people who have isolated themselves from the rest of the world for the last 60,000 years, saw firsthand why they choose to isolate themselves from the rest of the world. The North Sentinel Islands people are desert remote island, are very private, very exclusive, and very isolated. And it's a reason why, because they belong to their DNA has ties to the original man. Their DNA is pure and not tainted from the ways of the world or from those of the colonizers. John Allan is not the first person to try to test those waters and pay with his life, because in the last 2-3 centuries there have been others who try to go over to their country, to that island, and was met with slings and arrows, and end up catching losing their life due to their arrogance, and then trying to push something onto these group of people. John Allan Chau, well, like now his arrogance cost him his life, and he was buried within the sound. Now the Indian government is trying to retrieve his body, which is probably not going to happen. And there's some people who are losing their mind, like, man, well, how come they won't let the people in there? Like, so that's how the the so-called Native Americans got wiped out. They got wiped out because they let another group of people come over and infect their immune system with diseases that their bodies couldn't fight. Because so before the white settlers, like when it comes to the Native Americans, before the white settlers touched down, it was 100 million of them. But within the last 2 centuries, that population was cut down by 90%. Okay, and people were dying left and right because the European settlers infected them with smallpox and measles, diseases that their bodies could not fight. And the North Sentinel Islands people, they're highly aware of these type of things, even though they're cut off from the rest of the world. They're highly aware of this type of affliction. That's why they choose not to This is why they choose not to interact with other people. But then somebody like John Allan Chau comes along and tries to test the waters with this false missionary. There's also reports saying that he's not a real missionary, which I completely believe. He went over there with hidden intentions, and it eventually cost him his life. But he has nobody to blame for himself. He's no longer here, but his arrogance caused his life to be cut short by trying to bother these people who want to be left alone. John Allan Chau, arrogance cost him his life.